big deal.
Well, Kristy, congratulations on this. I guess you're calling it your first adult role, is that right?
The Ninth Lesson in Georgia?
Yes.
Well, no, I call it my second movie that I actually starred in. Well, my first movie I actually starred in. Little Darlings I didn't star in, but I did. But I didn't. You know what I mean?
You starred in it, exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Now, do you find that the movies are more willing to let a young person like yourself make that transition from teenager to young adult than
sure.
television?
I think TV too. I think TV has a they try, if you're in a series, to keep you as young as possible so the series can continue for a longer time. But TV and movies let you grow up. They let you change.
But has there been anybody involved with your career who's been a little reluctant and wanting to hold you back from that?
Oh, no, because that's a bad thing to do, wouldn't you think? To try to hold someone back from growing up?
Well, it is even off-screen, but
Yeah.
when business is involved, people don't always see it that
true.
way.
No one's ever done that. No one really did that.
In this movie, you have a unique and wonderful relationship as brother and sister, you and Dennis Quaid. Now, in real life, with your own brother, let's say your own brother, Jimmy, for the time being, with your own brother, could there be or has there ever been any sort of relationship comparable to that?
Oh, sure. There is now more than before because when we were younger, we used to fight a lot. And now that we're both older, we don't. We see eye to eye now.
Do you support one another?
Oh, sure.
Times that you're down, he bolsters you up?
He always stops by and calls. And it's very considerate. He's like a second mother, actually.
Really? Does he try to tell
He's the big brother. The image of the big brother that everyone has, that's him.
Does he try to shield you from things?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Like what?
Like people he doesn't really like that I do, or something.
And do you, in turn, ever try to
no,
counsel him?
Well, some of his friends, these guy friends that he has, some of his buddies, I don't like them. I think they're jerks, actually. No. Sometimes I do that to him, too, about certain things, yeah.
I did an interview with Jimmy recently in Dallas, and he was telling me about, troubles that he was having with certain members of the press who were writing unflattering things about him, said that he was into drugs and all that sort of thing, when he wasn't.
Yes.
Now, did you talk with him? Did you all discuss that problem he was having?
No, because I think that's real stupid for him to get emotionally upset about something he reads. I just think that he shouldn't even read it, because it's all a bunch of lies. All that stuff about how he had a fight and socked someone in the nose in the Inquirer or something. It's all just to sell the magazine. So I told him not to listen to that stuff, to not let it affect him.
Do you take the advice he gives you?
Sometimes.
It just depends on what it is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're living on your own now, right, Kristy?
My aunt lives with me, too.
Is there truth to that story that a lot of us have read, that you have a live-in boyfriend?
Oh, you read that on the cover of Us.
Yeah.
No, they wrote that, and I'm kind of upset about it, but no, that's not true. I see a guy. His name is Joey. We don't live together.
Well, why would they write that?
Because they wanted to write that. They think that sounds good, that maybe that sounds good. I don't know.
But do you feel compelled to try to get back and say to people, hey, this isn't true?
There's no way I can change that. It's too late to change that cover now, to say, hey, stop the cover from going out. I don't want to cause a problem. It's not that big of a deal to me that people might think that I have a boyfriend that is living with me. It doesn't bother me because we do see each other, so it's not a whole lie. I mean, he comes over, I go over there, we see each other. But he doesn't live with me. And I don't get real upset. I mean, I don't get, like, raging upset about that. I wouldn't. Not over that.
When they did that story, did you have any idea they were going to get into that or write
I knew that they would, tell about who I'm seeing. But I didn't think they'd put on the cover, she has a live-in lover, because I don't. I just didn't think they'd do that.
I think if I were in your position, I would, take a big billboard someplace and say, Us Magazine lies.
Yeah, well,
Can you not fight back? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think it's necessary. I really don't. I don't think it's that heavy that I have to. If they wrote something that was so untrue and so terrible, I mean, that's not terrible. And if they wrote something that's so untrue and so terrible, yes, I'd fight back.
In this movie, one last question. You're singing quite a lot in this movie. And did you do all your own singing?
Yeah.
Is that a thrill for you to see yourself on screen singing?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
I
love singing.
What might this do to your career, Kristy?
I don't know. Maybe I'll do an album. I want to. I'd like to.
Would you like to go out and do concert tours?
Yes, that's the ultimate thrill of anyone, for anyone.
Well, we hope that dream comes true, too.
I hope so, too.
Thanks, Kristy. Enjoyed meeting you and talking with you. Say hi to Jimmy.
Okay, I will.
Great. Bobby, we'll get you around. There we go. Okay, put him up right here.
Yeah, a couple of reactions.
Okay, rolling. You want to do any questions?
Mm-hmm.
Big smile.
Let's tickle her and make everyone think that I'm funny.
Okay, want to do any questions?
Okay. Kristy, if that isn't true, the Us Magazine article, and it isn't true that you have a live-in lover, do you feel compelled to fight back and say, Us Magazine lies? In the movie, there is a brother-sister relationship between you and Dennis Quaid. In real life, is there a comparable relationship between you and Jimmy? Okay, just one second. Okay. I recently did an interview with Jimmy, and he was telling me about the stories that were circulated about him and printed about him, that he used drugs and he was this and he was that. Did you try to help him get over that in any way? In this movie, you sing. Do you do all of your own singing on screen? Is this going to point your career? Is this going to point your career in a different direction, like recording or something? Okay, that should do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.